Rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah! Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Bowling. Such a simple game. Roll a ball down a 60-foot lane and knock down all the pins. Some historians say the game dates back to the Egyptian times, others to the Romans, as early as 5,000 years ago. It came to America around 1670 in Manhattan, New York, by Dutch settlers who named the park they played in Bowling Green. Bowling has evolved into the #1 participation sport and is played in modern bowling centers around the world.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah! Rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah! Rolling, rolling.
Hi, I'm Gary Bain. I'm a professional videographer. My company is G-Man Creative. And I'm also a very avid bowler here, a league bowler here in Lubbock, Texas. I got the idea of maybe doing a bowling vlog about league play, about the interesting people that make up bowling leagues, that bowl every week. So this is my attempt. We'll see how it goes. I've been bowling my whole life. Since I was 9 years old, I bowled at a lane here called Classic Lanes. It went out of business. They bulldozed it. Nowhere to be found, but that's where I grew up bowling and really learned to enjoy the sport. Bowling is very democratic, very democratic. People come from all walks of life to bowl, and they come from every corner of the community and are just really unique people. Very friendly, very fun, very competitive. I gave up bowling for a while, and then about 10 years ago I got involved in a league. Since then I've added another league, a very competitive league, so I bowl twice a week here in Lubbock. The Monday night league is called Thunderbirds. It's a very, very competitive league, has some of the best bowlers in Lubbock, Texas competing, and it's, I've got to say, very challenging, but I really look forward to Mondays, bowling against some of the best people in Lubbock, Texas, and probably in Texas. The purpose of my vlog is hopefully to introduce you to some of the best bowlers in Lubbock, Texas, some of the average league bowlers, and some of the behind-the-scenes people that make a bowling alley work. This is episode 1, and my guest today is Bill Wood. He's the co-owner of Whitewood Lanes along with his wife Monica here in Lubbock, Texas. It's my favorite place to bowl because it reminds me of the old school bowling alleys back in the day when I was growing up. Carpet on the walls, that unique smell of a bowling center, which once you walk into a bowling center, you know where you are. Bill will talk about that as well. Please subscribe to my vlog if you'd like to. Please comment below. And hopefully I'll get episode after episode out this year and through the summer. And I hope we can all have fun with this, maybe learn a little bit and enjoy the game and sport of bowling. Here's Bill Wood.
I am Bill Wood with Whitewood Lanes. My wife and I own the bowling center. We have taken over officially since 2010. The first time I ever bowled, I was 15 years old. And it was in a little town in Puerto Rico. It's both. Bowling is a game. You have to play 10 frames. However, if you only come in here to open bowl for 3 games and then go home and you're happy, then it's not a sport. It's just a game. But then when you get into the competitive side is very, very, very taxing on your body. You can see you've either walked, run, or any of those two together at more than 5 miles. And not only that, you're also throwing either a 16, 15, 14 pound ball trying to be competitive and keeping up with whatever you have. So by the time you get done, you are absolutely exhausted. So the smell of a bowling center. Starting with, we are not a smoking bowling center. So the smell that, but however, we were. But you do have the old walls that all the nicotine stayed on it and all that other stuff, which is not a good smell. But by the same token, you have the industrial side, which is the back end. It has all the oil and all that. Every day we oil the lanes, and the oil that we put in, it does have a smell. It has a very particular smell, which does take over the bowling center. With that, you have the hamburgers and the snack bar and all that other stuff. So when you combine all those different smells together, it does make for a really interesting, unique smell to the bowling center. That's a very good point. Our machines are probably between 60 and 65 years old. And they are completely mechanical. So everything that happens is with a gearbox. And you have a lot of pulleys and a lot of gears and cams and cam followers that they rotate and they go around on a 360-degree cycle. Every time you get into the machine, before you turn it off or when you turn it off and all that other stuff, these machines are cycling all the time. And when the rakes come back, that is a big arm that you have a frame that your foot can get caught into if you go around the safety guards that we have. Kind of like what happened to me the other day. I was walking on top of a safety guard, which I really wasn't supposed to, and I fell into a machine while it was running. I was able to get out with a bruise or 2 or 3 or 4. With that said, it is an old bowling center, so it's an old machines that they're relentless and they don't know how to stop. It is when you get a person that has a little bit of liquid encouragement, to just call it that, right? They come in and you see that they kind of have a little bit of, you can see in their face that they want to do something special. And they normally kind of sit back to get a little bit of a running start. They start running on the lane without knowing that they have oil on the lane. And if they make it past halfway down, once they get to the back end, i.e. about 50 feet into the lane, they dive like if they were Superman. The thing they don't know either is that there is absolutely no oil on the back end. So when they do, they stop abruptly and normally break their nose. And of course, when that happens, we have to end up, laughing. We have to go and get the guy or the girl and come in with a mop and clean all the blood that they leave on the lanes. Good friend of mine, may he rest in peace. His name is Lonnie Stroud. The best thing I loved about bowling with him is that he was always celebrating bowling. And anytime he'd get a strike, he would come over and he'd raise his hands up and he would go, "Paya!" And then, of course, the whole group would start, and it was kind of infectious. So it was so infectious that the whole league, other teams actually started doing the same thing as he was doing. I actually think mental aspect of the game is about 80% of the game. What you tell yourself or how much confidence you have in what you do, that makes a difference. So if you populate your head with, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss, I don't want to miss, then you're going to miss because you're literally telling yourself to go ahead and miss. But if you populate your head with, I am going to do this, I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to throw it in this way, and you actually do it, then you're very successful at it. What I like about bowling, the game, the camaraderie, especially the camaraderie. I like the people, I like to talk, I like to have fun. To me, it's all about the experience that you have while still being competitive. Well, I'll be very straightforward. The kids, children, young adults, the kids that are learning the sport, learning the game. It's really neat to see those kids when they get the aha moment, when you take them out to a tournament, and when you see them do well on a tournament, when you see them understand the game, learn the game, learn what the different patterns are. When you see a kid go to college and be able to pay for college because they went bowling, that to me is what keeps me coming back.